Hey folks, here we are out on the track. In today's video we're going to trek into the site of the Old Samsonvale House. Have a dig and a scratch and a look around and see what we can see. But before then, let's listen to Graham Joyner, who unfortunately is no longer with us. But a lovely man, got a lot to say about what we're going to do today. So here he is.
The house hadn't been fundamentally changed since it was built, 1865. And I think the builder was a firm called Campbell's, but maybe I'm wrong on that. But anyhow, it was a large, imposing, two-storey cedar house with beech floors and these two great chimneys that probably bound it together and made it secure. There were fireplaces on both floors in two places. And at this climate, the fire wasn't used very much, but in winter time it'd be lit, and it was always a focal point of family activity. Thing of that. The house site, of course, is well out of the water. Sadly, at this stage, overgrown by a great excess of lantana, but it's easily recognisable because of the trees around the place, the remnants of the chimneys, the well, it is still there. Well, the top's gone off it, of course, but the hole's still there.
Well folks, here we are. We've got a bit of a 3D view. There's the car park. This is the track we walked in on. And there's the site itself. So just to give you a bit of aerial context, I suppose. I've zoomed up a little on the site here just to show you where the layout from a plan view. It's about a few k's. It's no big deal. It's a lovely walk. And here's the site itself from above. And so what I've done now in this next bit, I've actually taken 1982 flooded image of the site before the vegetation grew back, and I'll just merge a magic old 1948 image, and you can see where the house is because the trees and the coastline give it away. So yeah, I've done a bit of a looking around, and that's what the rest of this video is about. But I thought I'd give you this to start with so you just understand where we were. Samsonvale House is very important to the history of this whole region. And we don't see a lot written about it. I mean, it's the name Samsonvale Road, it's Samsonvale this. I lived out there most of my life and I didn't understand any of this. Anyway, let's move on. Well, here we are again, folks. Still walking towards Mount Joyner, but I've just got to say how beautiful this track is. I don't like to encourage anyone to do anything, but let me tell you. There you go for a nice walk in the bush. This place is nice. So we're probably about halfway there. Dapple shade, beautiful and cool. A few more big trees showing up here too. So this track follows the ridgeline because it follows an old farm road, which I guarantee you would have followed an Aboriginal track because, you know, Aboriginal people weren't stupid. They didn't do anything they didn't have to. Well folks, here we are, still on the road to Joyner Hill. This is the most beautiful forest to walk through. I honestly am shocked by it. The roads are pretty well maintained, all the tracks, and the forest is just beautiful. In dapple shade, this particular time we're in autumn. Temperature's probably 23, 24 degrees. It's beautiful, humidity's good. One thing you notice about all these trees, there are no really old trees. One or two, but not too many. So this place has been clear forested at some stage, as a lot of South East Queensland has been. The other thing, this was all natural hoot pine forest. There's not a hoot pine inside, they're all gone, they're all been replaced with eucalypts of various types. Anyway, onward. So folks, when you're walking through the bush and you're looking for an old house and you come across a massive mango tree like this, you know you're close, because that thing must be well over 120, 130 years old, still growing and still putting out fruit by the look of it. So we're close. We'll keep looking. There's a pig trap under it there. Hope there's no pigs in it. Anyway, we'll see. Well, a more magnificent specimen of a mango tree you will go a long way to find. That must be 1.5 meters across that girth, probably 4 meters round. Look at all the elk horns and stag horns that are growing in it. And all the new ones down there on the bark just starting out. What a beautiful tree. This is very close to the house. If I can find it on the old photos, I'll put one up now. Anyway, we continue on. Well, here we are, folks. We're under a thicket of camphor laurel trees, and they are big. This thing again, 1.5, 2 meters across, 5 or 6 meters round, and definitely not born yesterday. This one here is collapsed, so it's been cut and it's regrown, which camphor laurels do. This one's also been collapsed. A bit of a path through here. We'll walk along, because somewhere under here, I think, is the old house remains. Well, folks, here we are on the track again. We're just heading back from that site. The lantana got us. It is so thick. Graham Joyner was right. I'll have to bring a machete or something, but we found humps and bumps. You can see the remains of old walls. Pretty sure I saw the old well there. So it's all just in front of those mango trees, as I suspected. So anyway, I'll show you some LiDAR now and then we'll finish. This video's getting a bit long. Well, folks, this is a bit of Queensland Globe 3D on the point here, and as you can see, a bit of context helps you understand this. That's the track we walked in on, coming in from the left, and you can see the peninsula there. It's a very interesting time. I showed you some stuff earlier, but now you've seen us walk through, you probably understand it. Here's the LiDAR with the vegetation stripped off. But unfortunately, it's a little bit confusing, because there is a lot of humps and bumps. When you walk through there, there's the remains of old rock walls. There's been a lot of digging going on this side. Anyway, let's have a look at a couple of other things, and we're out of here. Well, folks, that's the end of this one. Remember, none of this would be possible without this awesome guy, Graham Joyner. Unfortunately, no longer with us. Lived to be 90. Pretty good innings. Seemed like a really nice guy. Took the time to record this entire interview for the Pine Rivers Library, and I strongly advise you can either watch it on the library site, or it's on my Samsonvale video on my main channel on Samsonvale House and the Joiners and the Griffins and all the rest of it. It's like the Strathpine version of Dallas. Anyway, I lived out there most of my life. Never knew any of this. So anyway, more coming soon. I'm going to get back to the top of that hill. I found some rocks there that shouldn't be there, and they're intriguing me, so I'm going to have a bit of a look around. Anyway, you know what I'm going to say. Keep rocking. T-Rock's out.